Have you ever felt offended or mad or sad after seeing someone's Insta story or tweet from Twitter? Have you ever gotten into a disagreement while texting with your family or friends on WhatsApp or direct message on Instagram? Well, I experienced it a couple years ago when my cousins and I were texting on WhatsApp and shared a joke to each other, until all of a sudden, she sent me a meme and said, "This is Erisa." A meme is about a cartoon who looked lazy and sleepy all the time. Because I think that this cartoon didn't represent me at all, so I'm mad at her and I told her that I'm mad and I felt offended by the meme that she sent to me. Because back then, I don't really know a proper way to express my emotions, so I told her brutally that she offended me and she is the one to blame for what I feel back then. At the end, she apologized to me and she said she didn't mean to hurt me at all. Ladies and gentlemen, from my story, we can know that people tend to be mad and offended when they disagree with someone on social media. Some people might set this madness aside, yet some people will say brutally to that people that they feel offended with what they say. Also, some people might just walk away from our life when they disagree with us. But have we ever think about it deeply? Are they really mean to share a picture or video on social media to offend us? Because some people tend to post something on social media because they want to express their feeling, they want to show people that this is a joke for them and might be useful for others. So our question is, why do we take things personally whilst communicating with people on social media? Why we get offended when we disagree with something? Meanwhile, those things is not really necessary for us. There are several reasons why we tend to take things personally while communicating with people on social media. The first reason is the noise on our communication with people. This noise and communication with people make us hard to understand what people try to tell us, especially on social media. And the second reason also because we as a receiver, we had a hard time to understand that, and we're too lazy to take more time to actually understand what the sender tried to tell us. Ladies and gentlemen, then, how can we learn not to take things personally on social media? How can we control ourselves to not take things personal on social media? Well, back then, I had two strategies that I tried to do to overcome this, to tell myself how not to take things personally while communicating with people on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, let's imagine that ourselves as a coin, which has two sides, head and tails, which represent our first and second strategies on learning how to not take things personally while communicating with people on social media. So the first strategies that we can do is tell ourselves that this is not about me. Have you ever heard that our brain in every day we produce over than 50,000 thoughts every day, and 80% of the thoughts are negative thoughts. So our job as a human being is to direct our mind to think positively. Our job is to tell ourselves, to give ourselves more time to try to understand what people trying to tell on social media by posting a picture or a video or a tweet on Twitter. And by doing that daily, I'm sure that we can have a better understanding about each other. We can have a better pattern of communication while connecting with people on social media, and life will be much easier. And if the first strategy is not working on us, we can move on to the second strategies, which is tell ourselves that maybe it is about me. What I mean by telling ourselves that this is about me is giving ourselves a bit sympathy and trying to understand what we feel. Maybe that picture picture, those video, or that tweet is meant for us. Give ourselves a time, a bit of sympathy to understand our feeling. And after that, we can go to that person and tell them what we feel without blaming them or judge them about what we feel. So for example, we can just come to that person and tell them that, hey, what you share was hurting me. I feel offended. And maybe, or I don't know, maybe you have a bad day. That's why you shared that. But I just want to let you know that what you share on social media is hurting my feeling. End of the story, no judging and no blaming. And I can guarantee you that after telling that to the person will understand as well. And in the future, this person might not do that kind of things again to us. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to say here is there are two ways that we can do to learn how not to take things personally on social media. The first is tell ourselves that this is not about me. Giving ourselves a time to understand what people try to tell on social media. And the second strategy is tell ourselves that this is about me, by giving ourselves a sympathy to understand what we feel and tell to the person how we feel without blaming or judge them. Well, those strategies works really well on me. And some of you, if you might have the same issue like me, you might want to give it a shot and tell me how it works on you. I'm Erisa Oksanda from the Department of Psychology in Universitas Islam Indonesia. So thank you so much for your really nice attention. I'll see you in another video.